I want to chat. Things have not been smooth recently. It's, Chinese has gone nowhere. I've made no progress since the layout change. My motivation is through the floor. I'm slowly building back the habit of doing Duolingo daily, but it's like always, oh, it's 10 p.m., I'm just about to go to sleep. Time to do a lightning round or a quick listening or speaking lesson. I'm not making any progress. Though that's repeating myself. Voice acting, I'm waiting for scripts that never seem to come. Though I'm theoretically cast for 3 different projects, and I've done recordings for 2 of them, though not the main part. Like, for instance, in the movie that I've been cast in, which is the second movie, I've done some background recordings for characters in the first movie, but first movie is still in the editing process, second movie script hasn't been released. Same with the other projects. I've done some recording for an episode that still hasn't been released, and I'm waiting for scripts for the next episode. And I haven't submitted any auditions for several months, really. The only reason I've gotten my newest role is because somebody reached out to me, which I greatly appreciate. Streaming-wise, I've missed several streams just due to being sick. I've been sick a lot recently. I'm struggling to find the time to practice speedrunning Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, so I've hit a bit of a wall, the 4-hour and 15-minute wall. And drawing and animating, that's actually doing a bit well. I've tried some simple animations that I've showed in previous videos, and I watched the anime called Blue Period, and I got a bit inspired. It was quite nice. It's all about an artist discovering art and discovering his love for art, and it's actually got some good stuff about composition in that anime, like how to improve composition of your work. So that's actually been bringing some interesting ideas into my own work. I am feeling less stress from video production due to the changes to how I make videos. I am now just recording my VTuber model sitting in this chair using Streamlabs. And my videos have never been good, or at least what I personally consider good, but now that there's less action happening on stream, it feels a bit empty. Something feels like it's missing, and I haven't found that spice. And just in general, the last couple of months, I've just been feeling a bit more down than usual. It's probably in large part to my sudden slew of health issues. I've had a lot of post-COVID dental work being done, like a root canal. I previously hadn't thrown up in 5 years, and now in the span of less than a month, I've gotten terrible food poisoning within the span of a month. I've lost a bit of weight as a result. I think I've lost after the second round, I'd lost about 6 kilos overall, and I'm still down about 4. I don't gain weight very easily. And, my honey, she's been working very hard and has also been stressed. And when you're in love with someone and they're stressed, you take that stress on yourself and, you share the load. And, from my previous few videos, I've been recovering from a hectic couple of months of work. Thank goodness this month has been less stressful, but I'm not feeling like I'm working efficiently. So I work extra hours to make up for the work that I feel like I should have been doing. But that means the next day I'm also feeling overworked and I'm too tired and I don't work efficiently again. So then I work late that day and then I'm feeling too tired, and it's just a vicious cycle of working and then getting behind things and then, oh no, I haven't done video stuff, and it's just bad. And in the process of writing the notes for this script, I've kind of found the video title, Breaking the Cycle. But how? How do you break a vicious cycle once you're in it? Like I mentioned in a recent video that you can't rely on motivation to get things done, because motivation, it just is fleeting. Like you'll watch something. I remember I took my honey to a Kingdom Hearts concert, and when she was done with the concert, she's like, oh, I really want to play Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I know you've been trying to get me to play Kingdom Hearts. I really want to play it. And then she started playing it, and then the motivation wore off. And so you can't rely on motivation to get something done. But what if I don't rely on motivation, but I find a medium? I find what motivates me as well as not relying on motivation. So what do I currently find easiest in my weekly, or I guess fortnightly, list of stuff that I do? So my Chinese shorts, I find those pretty easy to get done. My Kingdom Hearts Thursday stream I look forward to, and since watching Blue Period, the drawing of my art streams. And when I do have lines to record, or when I did have lines to record, I should say, I'm very motivated to record those lines, and I normally got them done, with one exception where I was away, within like a day or two of receiving the scripts. The things that I find hardest to get around to doing is writing my half scripts. And when I say half scripts, so instead of writing full scripts like I used to, I write short phrases or dot points. I essentially write a compressed ideas page that is in a rough order. So it's like a 50-50 dot points, 50-50 sort of lines that I quote. And I use these as guidelines during my recording, but I don't read things explicitly, with some exception. And in learning Chinese, I do simple revision stuff, but I don't absorb very much. And the stuff that I haven't been doing, like applying for the new roles in voice acting, all those things are the hardest things. So yeah, writing my scripts and recording my videos, learning Chinese or making progress in Chinese, and the stuff I haven't been doing, applying for new roles in voice acting. So what non-motivation type things do I find make things easy? So I've had to think about it. After looking at the things I do find easy to do, I think I found like two and a half things. Number one, it slots nicely into my schedule. And number two, there's a finished product, or like a measurable, hey, it's done. And somewhat related to that, there's a fast-ish turnaround. So, as an example, Chinese shorts are written, recorded, edited, and uploaded in about an hour. There's some exceptions, but usually it takes an hour or even less. So some scripts are definitely better than others, but I've streamlined the process of creating Chinese shorts, which was a big part. My first short took the longest because I had to draw all the facial expressions, draw those first models, etc., etc., etc. I'll create a video showing how I make Chinese shorts videos, and you'll see why it's so fast and easy. And I'm trying to use those things where I did for a while when I was reusing those blob images, but that's getting distracted. But I've streamlined the process, and I gradually expand the edges of it. So, for instance, I'll add new custom drawings, generally 1 or 2 at a time, depending on the video. Like my 365-day streak, I drew the flaming Duolingo owl. And those can be reused later. So next time I need to draw a streak, I can just reuse that image. So I only need to draw it once. And it feels good that once that video is complete, I review it, I watch it through, and I'm uploaded, and it's done in an hour. I look forward to my Kingdom Hearts stream, because even if the run fails, like every single one of them, I do see some improvement. That's the good thing about speedrunning splits. I can see, like, look, overall I might be like 20 minutes slower than a previous run, but hey, in this section, I've improved. Or in this section, I've saved like 3 minutes. Or my stream that I did last Thursday, I did a DM-less Riku fight, which means absolutely nothing to people that don't understand Kingdom Hearts, but it's very impressive, and I probably won't be able to do that again for a while. While drawing, though it might take multiple streams, it feels good to have a finished work by the end of it. Though I have to keep repeating to myself the mantra of, hey, completion, not perfection, completion, not perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as I get it done. And adding to that, my recent inspiration to push the scope of my art has given me, it's given me motivation boost, and also given me more ideas, like the nugget on the shelf image that I drew recently. I was trying to sort of do that perspective thing, and it helps that also, since I've locked in at least 2 drawing streams a week, so once again in the schedule, I have guaranteed time, except for those streams that I missed due to illness, that I can work on stuff. And I enjoy recording lines for things because I put in effort and I submit it and I get good feedback or acknowledgement, and it's a solid deliverable, a final mark this thing off as done type thing. But how do I implement this on the things that I don't enjoy doing? So, scheduling. So, like, for instance, I normally Monday nights or Tuesday nights is when I make my Chinese short, depending on my time availability, so I can upload it or schedule it for Wednesday. Thursday night, Kingdom Hearts stream. Drawing streams, Monday morning, Wednesday morning. Those all fit into my schedule, and I think I need to do the same for my YouTube stuff. Right now, I'll kind of sit down and I'm on a train. I'll do some typing here, or I've got a moment before I go to bed. I'll do a little bit of script writing here, and then what's most recently been happening? Oh crap! It's Saturday. Time to write out the rest of the script. Sorry, I just hit my mic. Time to write out the rest of the script. Time to do the video editing. I don't have enough time to make it any good, and then it's out. It's uploaded. Sometimes. Well, when I was sick over the weekend, the video was late. I need to schedule in time for that. Obviously, my new methods result in faster turnaround, though I don't know why my model's mouth doesn't move as reactively. I need to fiddle with some dials there. But I need to experiment more with my delivery and see if I can find a sweet spot where, even if I'm not entertaining to watch, it's at least nice to listen to, but I need something to change. I think also having this static background, if I animate something else into the background instead of just this couch, like if I had a fireplace or a projector screen, something that's moving, it'll be a bit more engaging and feel a bit less low effort. I've got some ideas for Chinese, especially with Duolingo improvement, because Duolingo's I've got other things to do with Chinese, but Duolingo's kind of not the canary in the coal mine, but it's the baseline. How I'm doing on Duolingo kind of shows how I'm doing for the rest of the project. And so instead of following the dreaded new learning path, which I hate, I'm going to laser focus single subjects at a time on a per week basis. So things are still split into subjects. And I will still do some revision stuff, but it's going to be like, okay, I have jumped ahead and currently I'm learning about classes, which I think I've said in a previous Chinese video, like, well, I don't really care. Like, I'm not in school. I'm not going to use that sort of stuff. But I focus in on something like, okay, meals. I'm going to focus entirely on meals, and I'm going to use those words all day. All my notes and all my sticky notes are going to be all about meals. And by the end of that week, I need to be like, okay, how am I with meals now? I need to ace this. I need to be able to listen to it, etc. And just laser focus and start using that on the daily. And with voice acting, though, I am going to continue the pause. I'll keep with my current project commitments, the current voice acting projects that I'm a part of, but I'm going to wait until my life and wedding are in order before I jump back into auditioning for new roles. I'm saying it out loud, I'm establishing it firmly. As per this video, I'm not going to audition for new roles. If somebody goes to me for a role, which I doubt, but then again, it did already happen, I'm not going to deceive myself and being like, oh, I'll do it soon, etc., etc. It's like, no. I'm not auditioning. I'm not going for any new roles. Voice acting is going to pause. That's the one I can pause without falling behind too much. What I need to do is find what each of my projects are in relation to what I want to do with them. Not that I have to do with them in order to get better. So for instance, with drawing, like I was doing Figure Friday and it was good, but it was getting a bit stale. And trying to learn body parts, like, yes, this is stuff I need to do, but I don't want to do it. And it's not about motivation. Like, yes, you do need to practice to get better. But what if my practice is doing things that I want to do? So I need to be less afraid of putting bad stuff out there. I think that's the key. The vicious cycle is because I'm not stretching myself. I'm not creating things that I want to create because I'm worried about putting bad stuff out there, but I just need to be less afraid of that. Like for instance, I want to record new background tracks for videos. I haven't done that in so long, and I've got half a dozen half-realized song concepts sitting in my song composition book. And I played them at like my music stream on Friday morning. And I want to make an animated short. The whole point, I want to make an anime opening, but like I love animated shorts, like the Drawfee animated or the Game Grumps animated, is it D20 animated? All of those, the Game Changer animates. They're so much fun to watch. I want to try making one. It's going to be terrible, but I want to make one. And I want to draw my old Pokemon teams. Like I was thoroughly enjoying drawing my Scarlet and Violet Pokemon team, which is just, it's sitting there, incomplete again. Also, the composition's a bit boring, but But I just want to draw things, like badly, out of proportion, even if it looks weird. There's that video, this is me going off script again, or off dot points again. There's a classic, I'm gonna sing a tune of it, because it's the dun dun da 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 dun da da da. Like, sorry, that's just the Mario theme. But there's a ex-Newgrounds YouTube animator that I can't remember what it's called. I'll throw the name up on screen if I can find it. But he released a redo of it, and it's just so cool seeing his previous animating skill versus his current animating skill. And the first one, like, look, it's probably better than what I could do, but it doesn't look great. And the new one looks so good. But, like, he wasn't afraid to release it. Like, that's how you get better. You draw badly until you draw goodly. And, you know, Chinese, the whole reason I'm learning Chinese is for my honey. So I want to surprise her. I want to say something, and she's like, you know how to say that? I can't believe that. It's amazing. I want to do all these things. It's my channel name after all. And look, I think social media is a disaster. I don't have a Twitter or anything like that. But there was someone on a Twitch stream that recommended that I make an Instagram for my art, and my gut reaction was, oh god, no. I'm not good enough for that. I don't want to put my art online beyond doing it on Twitch streams, but I need to shake that. Someone else came to my stream recently, and they talked about a comic strip they made there, and their future ideas for characters in their strip and other concepts, and they linked me their first strip. And putting it charitably, it wasn't for me. But damn, like, this person, the way that they talked and the way that they drew, they seem pretty young, but I want that confidence. I want that excitement. Be like, yeah, look at this thing I made. It's amazing. And people might be like, no, it's not great. But being that confident, like that person, if they keep that confidence, is going to get so much better. And I want that. I want that confidence. I want that excitement to be like, hey, look at the thing I made. And, you know, it's shown that when people smile, I'm not going to quote any studies. I'm not that sort of guy. If I ever need to, I'll find references. But it's shown that when people smile, even if they aren't feeling happy, if they're feeling neutral, they end up feeling happier. It's like a literal, physical fake it till you make it. And I've been, with like the tone of my last few videos, I've been too negative. Like reasonably or not, like due to sickness, due to work, due to stress. Like I have reasons to be negative, but I need to act motivated. I need to act excited. I need to put on a big smile and draw some terrible art and keep doing it until the switch flips in my brain and my brain goes, well, he ain't stopping, so I better get with the program. I want to do all of these things. I want to attempt all these things. Attempt. I did put some thought into the channel name when I created it like a year and a half ago, though perhaps I was too focused on the acronym of W.A.N.T, but it's right, I need to live up to my namesake. It's not I do new things, I create new stuff, I succeed at things. It's not called any of that. This channel, I'll give my best effort. I'll stumble, I'll fall, I'll fail, but regardless, I can look at what I've done and say, well, at least I made an attempt. And that goes for all of you too. This has been a bit of a wild script, taking some steps towards self-actualization while in the process of writing it. I started it out feeling very negative, just listing, oh, this isn't going well, this isn't going great. Very much a, why do I even bother? But it's just not in my nature. I may be a hell of an introvert, but I'm certainly an optimist, and hopefully my ramblings have helped you realize something about yourself, about what you are trying to achieve. After all, it's not I attempt new things, it's we attempt new things. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fruitful day.